Well, hi. We're back. Oh, gee. Why does it always feel like Lucy's still in the football when it comes to the Democrats? Seems like every time we think we're getting close to something and we think that the other team's going to be fair, it's just like peanuts. Lucy steals the football and runs with it. And we all sit around and act like we're surprised. We all think we might be going to get some clarification or something going on about what's going on, and off she goes with the football, and we all sit around puzzled and don't even know what happened when it's the same play they always make. They do the same thing every time. They don't play fair. We know they don't play fair, but we keep thinking, I don't know why we keep thinking, but we keep thinking this is going to get fair. And it never does. Pretty quick here, things are going to go our way, or pretty quick here, things are going to get fair. And there's nowhere in the universe that says things have to be fair, although karma does usually catch up to people. And God help some people when this karma catches up to them and they end up really taking our democracy down, and boy are they trying. Now they're trying to get, anyway, let's talk about something else here. I guess nobody was really surprised that we didn't get this report. We knew we were going to have to fight for it when we seen William Barr's ugly face in there trying to, in the Senate when they were confirming him. And I don't remember if any Democrats voted for him, but if they did, they should be voted out of office. From the beginning, it was apparent that, look here, I was going to read on Robert Mueller, and that's what fell on the floor, Robert Mueller. So we're going to stick him up here at the top of this reading. So, nobody's too surprised here, I don't think. Some of us were in shock, and some of us were down for a couple of days. Not because of those 2 pages of what Barr wrote, but because we knew we weren't getting we knew we were getting screwed over bad, and that we weren't getting the truth, and that's why everybody was feeling so down. And I kind of get aggravated with the news media about this, because I feel like Donald Trump's in there because of the news media. I know one of my shows I've liked to watch for years is Morning Joe, even back when I thought it was really geared toward the Republicans, and I've never been one, but I like to see what they had to say. And now with Trump in and everything, supposedly even Joe Scarborough's not a Democrat anymore. I mean, not a Republican anymore. But during the last election, last presidential election, I used to watch that every morning, and if they said it once, they said it between 25 and 35 times between the two of them. People just don't trust Hillary Clinton. The only thing wrong with her is people just don't trust her. They just don't trust her. And of course, and even all the other programs on MSNBC was doing the same thing. They couldn't think of anything to say, so that they come up with something negative about Trump, and instead of just saying, hey, I don't know what happened, you know, she had a 67-point approval rating up till a month before she declared she was running for president, didn't they? They didn't stop to think for 1 minute, what happened to that approval rating? What changed it? What caused it? What was going on? What was going on in the media? Not in the media, well, in the media and also on the internet and everything else. It seemed like it would have been obvious to them. I kept sitting here talking to myself like an idiot. Kept saying, well, what happened? How did her approval rating go from 67% down to as low as Trump's in 2 months? I knew they were going to go after her as soon as she declared, but I didn't. But anyway, here I am ranting again. But anyway, it's the news media's fault that we have Donald Trump for a president, and it'll probably be their fault if he ends up getting left in there. I hope they don't start that again with these new candidates. I hope they just follow their good points and stay with it and keep trying to, I know I don't want MSNBC to be like Fox News, but I don't want them to be so based in trying to be fair that every time they give a negative report for one of them or something, that they have to bring it up and give it for the other one, even if there's not, if they're not even comparing oranges to apples. They're, I think I put that backwards. Oranges to apples. I think they're comparing apples to the sewer. And they knew that. They knew that, but they were going for the ratings. It was all ratings. But anyway, I just hope they learned their lesson before this next campaign starts. Okay. We already turned up Mueller, or actually fell out on the floor. So let's see what else we got going here. The first one is what's going on with Mueller inside personally today. Okay, we got the Eight of Cups, which is the walking away card. So he really felt like he'd get this report done, turn it over, and he could just walk away. That's what he wants to do. He just wants to walk away from it all and get the frick away from it right now. He's tired of messing with it. That was his plan. But let's see what's crossing this. Influence and obstacles. Smokescreen. Illusion, delusion. Why am I surprised? But anyway, that couldn't be a better card to be there. Illusion, delusion. The Seven of Cups shows that somebody's it's almost as bad as a musician card being there, or worse. It's like somebody just distorting everything that's in that report right now and trying to figure out how they can distort it. And we all know that's Barr. He's the one in charge of it right now, so it's got to be him. So that's what's coming up next. And the foundation of this, the foundation of this is death. Well, I don't think that Mueller's getting ready to drop dead. So I think that if the truth got out about what's in that report, if they can get Barr out of the way enough to get enough of it through to the Congress where everybody gets a look at it, then it will be the death to this presidency. That's all there is to it. This presidency and maybe the Republican Party, if it gets out. Well, we'll see. Of course, this isn't a reading on if it gets out. This is a reading of what's going on with Mueller right now. And what was going on right before he released the report is the Nine of Coins. He felt like he had followed the money as far as he could follow it, farmed the rest of it out to people that could prosecute, and was feeling pretty good that he had everything covered. Feeling really good that this is also a feminine card, which in this deck, which is your higher senses. It's your heart and your mind and your soul. So he felt like he did a really good job, and he's turning it over. And in his heart knew there was enough stuff in there to really help the government and the people out with what the questions that they were asking him. And so this is how he was feeling right before he turned it over to William Barr. And in the present now, we have the Seven of Wands. And this card's always meant two things to me. It's like walking on eggs, being really careful not to say or do the wrong thing, and also taking the higher ground, which a lot of times that's what people are doing here, walking on eggs. So many women of my generation, they did that all their lives with their husbands and everything else, just kept their mouth shut and stayed out of it, any decisions or anything, and tried to keep the little man happy. And I'm not putting men down, I'm just saying I don't think the women from nowadays that are married and in relationships are doing that, but the women from my age group. We won't go quite that deep. It's way over everybody else's head. But anyway, he's walking on eggs and trying to take the higher ground, and really, I feel like my stomach almost hurts, like he's not sure he's going to be able to do that, that he might get involved in this more right when he thought he was getting out of it. Whoops. And in the near future, we got the High Priestess. And in this reading, that has to be Nancy Pelosi. And since it's involved with Mueller's cards, I'm pretty sure this is saying that he is going to get called in front of the Congress. Not because they're picking on him or anything, but he might have to be the one that's called to get any truth out of this. Even if they do get another semi-report from Barr and only what he wants people to see, before this is over, I feel like he will get subpoenaed. And I also feel that even though he wanted to just totally walk away from this and stay out of it and take the higher ground, that he wouldn't mind if this did happen. If that's what it takes for the clarification on this, he's willing to go ahead and go through with that. Even though he's got some stuff farmed out to other places that's going to be coming through on this. The next card up is the Fool. I don't know why that surprises me. But this is himself and what's going on inside himself. He's wondering if he's being made a fool out of. And at the same time, a fool also means new beginning. He thought he was through with this and was going to get to walk away. But now he doesn't know if he's going to get to walk away. He thinks he might have to go back and, well, maybe even get subpoenaed to in front of the House so they can have answers. Although I feel like he doesn't mind giving them to him if that's what it comes to. He doesn't really mind that. And the next one is judgment. That's the environment around him, is judgment. Nobody's going to judge him bad. This is a crowd loving the person doing the work. So actually, if he ended up having to go into Congress, nobody would look down on him for it. The whole world would be grateful, and especially the United States, if he did ended up getting called in there to testify. If that's the only way we can get any clarification off this. And the next one is his hopes and fears. And this is the Ten of Cups. This is the happy family. He would like to be back with his family. This is even the happy Republican family. So maybe he'd like to be back with his family and just forget about all this. But his fear is that this isn't going to go, this isn't done till it's done, and it's not done yet. And he knows it's not done. And so that's his fear. He thought he was through with this, and now he's not going to be able just to walk away. And the outcome is, oh, this card just comes up all the time anymore. This, in fact, it usually comes up as the last card. I was reading cards on something twice the last 3 days, and it just came up. This is the Ten of Wands. It shows a heavy load, shows not to get in a hurry and to carry it carefully. But he has the strength to do it. So even though he thought he was through with this, thought they'd just turn that stuff over to Congress and he could walk away, because of Barr, with all the smoke screens and illusions and delusions going up over it, he just feels that he's still not going to be able to be through with this, that he's going to end up having to go back in and testify in Congress. And I'm sure he's not feeling too happy about that, but he does like to finish his jobs, and if that's what he has to do, I feel like he will do it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody, and if you'd like a reading, you can email me at lintarotreadings@gmail.com, and we'll set a time and get it all set up for you. And I love reading cards for people, so please get a hold of me if you'd like one, and bye.